Hello my Beatles friends, welcome to my new video after a little pause. Well, we all know what's happening in the world because of that virus thing. I was sitting at home for a month, and then by the end of April I began working, so mostly I'm at work and I don't have much time to make any videos or buy things because it's impossible to buy. So today I have, a couple of things to show you that I could buy, that I could manage to buy online. The last video, as I remember, was in March, so yeah, within 3 months I could manage to buy some things, some interesting things, and I'd like to show them all. First of all, I'd like to wish everybody to stay healthy. We took like 10 days of quarantine, staying at home without going outside, to be on the safe side. We were healthy, of course, and we are healthy. And unfortunately, my trip to Brazil canceled. It's a very bad thing. And, and the worst thing that is happening right now because of that virus thing, because of the corona, is that 10th of June, 6 days ago, should have been my Paul McCartney concert in Napoli, in Italy. And the concert is cancelled, of course, and we're not getting our money back. How perfect is that? So I have a ticket, which is worth nothing, and they are giving us some kind of a vouchers, instead of money. And these vouchers minus service fees, so anyway, we are losing at least 30-40 euros, and we're not getting our money back, and there's a legal battle going on, so I kind of, don't care. I kind of forgot about that money, but anyway, this is the bad news, but that's the worst news, so I would say it's good. Okay, so now I'd like to show you some items that I bought some books, some pins, some merchandise, and vinyls, of course. So I want to start with the simple thing and then go further. Okay, so the latest thing that I bought is this, how is it called? Miniature enamel pin of the Beatles. It's very small actually, but it's nice. It's metallic thing. I don't know if you can see it or not with the zoom, but kind of small thing that you put on your suit or on your shirt. I kind of liked it. So it's official merchandise by the Beatles, and it's a drum, just the Ringo's drum logo. So I kind of liked it, so I said, hey, why not? The next thing is this also official merchandise. This is from the London tube station, from the coffee shop. This is the frame, just a simple frame with the Beatles logo on it. So I put inside here my Ringo handwritten Beatles word, but it's not holding, you see, it's falling. But also nice thing to have, a little frame with the Beatles logo. Okay, so the next, I was lucky enough to buy original 60s and 70s original pins. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I will show you only the best. This is one of them, original 80s pin. This is the white album picture. And then we have a whole bunch of things like Lennon and the Beatles. This is original 60s. I believe it's original 60s with the red background and the Beatles with roses. That's one. And let me show you one more. Yeah, this I believe is also original 60s. This is the 63 picture. Sorry because of the zoom. I think I'll just make a picture of all of them and just put in right here on this second, just to show you. Okay, so these are the pins. I was lucky enough to buy each and every one of them with, less than €1. I mean, there's something like 20 and I paid like 10 euros, 11 euros for all of them. I think it's worth it. Next, I bought some books. Well, actually, I bought 3 books. This is the book by John Robertson, The Complete Guide to the Music of the Beatles. So here it's a small pocket book with every song and every album, just a brief information about each song, the date it was recorded, who wrote it, and what happened in the studio. I had this book all my life in Russian, and now I have it in English, the original. This is volume 2. This contains the anthologies, the BBCs, and the rest of the albums. It's anthology, BBC, and that's it. Yeah. So this is the book number 2. It's written by Patrick Humphreys. And from the same series, I have John Lennon book. This is Complete Guide to the Music of John Lennon by Johnny Rogan. So it's a nice book. It has, you know, the cover, short information about the album, the day the song was recorded, and some little information. That's it. So it's nice, you know, short, brief book to just have the clue what that song is about. And the big surprise that came to me, which I didn't expect to buy, this is the complete book, The Beatles at the Beep. There is an expanded book with about this one, BBC, it's like a vinyl, the red one. But this is the old one. This is the book written by Kevin Howlett, the story of their radio career, 62-65, The Beatles at the Beep. Nice, interesting book, the details with every date of BBC, every song, when, what was sung, who did which song, and by this you can know how many songs were recorded in BBC but not issued. Well, there are many bootlegs. There is a vinyl series, Beatles at the Beep, and there is also an Italian box, the complete BBC story, which are all bootlegs, and all the information can be found in this book. This is not the latest edition of the book. I'm repeating that. Okay. So that was the merchandise. Now let's go to the vinyls. So I have a couple of singles and EPs. So this is the addition to my British collection. This is the original Beatles for Sale EP. Very good condition. I was looking for this one for a long time. This is the vinyl. The label is standard, was sold in UK and everything. So now I'm left only with 4 to buy, which is Beatles for Sale 2, A Hard Day's Night, the extracts from the album, Yesterday, and Nowhere Man. These 4 I have left to buy. So this is another addition to the British collection. Now, this one, I already have it, but I decided to buy another one. Why? If you look at the covers are completely identical. No difference in the cover. But I bought it because of this record. We all know that this record was released in 1964 before the Parlophone made Sold in UK text here. So the original one was released without Sold in UK text, which is kind of rare because shortly after that Parlophone made Sold in UK text on the label, and you can see it here. This is already second pressing, and we do have here Sold in UK. Now, mistakenly, many people think that this record is the first issue, but actually this is the second issue because it has Sold in UK text. Sold in UK appeared from April 64 until summer 69. And this one was released before that, shortly before that. That's why the original pressing without Sold in UK text is kind of rare to find. So I was very happy to get it. Okay. Next. Something that I already have, but it was almost for free. All You Need Is Love, the TV reference single, very regular, nothing special about it. I already have this one, but I bought it because it was very cheap. I also bought the first pressing with a solid center without TV reference, but unfortunately it's lost in the mail. It's 3 weeks already that I bought it, and it's lost. So I still hope that it might come, but I got my full refund already, and the seller tells me that he shipped it, but it's lost in the mail. Or maybe because of the corona it comes later, I don't know. But anyway, I have 2 singles with TV reference and 1 single without TV reference, all of them with push-out center. So I wanted to complete my collection with a single that has a solid center without TV reference. That would be the complete All We Need Is Love franchise. But, you know, unfortunately it's lost in the mail. But another thing that came in the mail, this is a rather rare record. This is a British pressing, but it's an export issue for Swedish market. This is Yesterday and Dizzy Miss Lizzy. And export pressings do not have sold in UK text because it's export. It is not sold in UK, so logically it doesn't have. Okay, so this is kind of rare. This is one of the 5 export singles, I believe, that were made for Swedish and European market, and this is one of them. So when I have a chance to buy another one, I'll buy another one. I could also buy Let It Be, but I was outbid. And another thing that I was looking for past 6 months, this is Paul McCartney's Record Store Day Black Friday issue. This is a picture disc of Home Tonight and In a Hurry. Very interesting sleeve, interesting design. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take it out from the shrink. This is very fresh, and I'm sure all of you have it. Okay, next. Oh, bunch of records. Okay, so something that I completed my collection of George Harrison albums. This is Brainwashed on vinyl. I believe it's a reissue. I don't think this is the original 2000s pressing, and yeah, it's not. So that's the label of Dark Horse, and here is the other picture. And briefly want to show you what's inside. That's the gatefold, and it also contains the inner sleeve, and it contains a little booklet. So I'm not going to open it up, I'm not going to take it out because it's very fragile and it's a very good condition. Actually, it came to me sealed. And of course, I bought it for my collection. I wanted to listen to it, so I opened it. And by this, I completed my George Harrison vinyl collection. So, George Harrison, Brainwashed. And now we go to British pressings. Okay, so I bought 2 pressings of Please Please Me. Both of them are stereo. And if you notice here that the writing of stereo is different. This is the type 2 of stereo, and this is type 3. I still don't have the type 1, and we all know how expensive is that. Okay, so stereo type 2 is the 6th pressing, and we can identify it by the label, and it has sold in UK, so which means it was pressed between 64 and 69. So there were 2 pressings pressed, 6th and the 7th. I believe it's a 6th one. But if we look at this one, this is the 3rd variation of stereo logo, and if we look at this one, it also has sold in UK text. So this is also 6th or 7th pressing. Now the later one in 1969, it's the same logo, same label, but it doesn't have sold in UK text. This one I don't have, and I kind of gave it up because I didn't want it. But I bought this one exactly because of the cover. Okay, so now I have 2 stereo Please Please Me's. with 3 additional mono, please means. Then we have stereo A Hard Day's Night. That was the last stereo that I was missing, and now I have it. And the label is absolutely the same, and you know that it's a first pressing because of the fat, chubby fonts. Okay, now the cover is a bit used. I mean, from the front you see that here the bottom is kind of used, but maybe someday I will buy a better cover, but right now I'm satisfied. Okay, so now I'd like to show you something that I don't usually buy, but I did. This is the American rubber sole pressing. American, and you all know that I'm not a big fan of American pressings, but I bought it. Why did I buy it? Because I do have this Mexican pressing, and this Mexican pressing is very unique because it has John Lennon's shoulder uncropped loose thread here. And this is the American version of the cover, and this is the also American version of the cover because it's American. And if you compare John Lennon's shoulder, here on the American one, the shoulder is cropped, is brushed. So I wanted to buy this one for comparison. Two exactly identical covers with a photoshopped piece. And also I wanted to buy the American stereo pressing because of the false start on the song, the third song on the side 2, which is, I don't remember the name. I'm looking through you. Yeah, now I know. So if you listen to only the stereo pressing of American Rubber Soul, the I'm Looking Through You song has false start, few bits of guitar. And the last vinyl for today, but not last for the video, this is the Beatles Rubber Soul British first pressing stereo. I do have the vinyl. I mean, I didn't need the vinyl. I wanted to buy the cover. My cover is was torn from here to here, completely torn, destroyed. So I bought it only because of the cover. So now we continue. Something that I didn't intend to buy, but I couldn't resist. This is George Harrison box set, Dark Horse Years. I do have all the CDs, but it says here, the CDs above include previously unreleased material. Now, the songs that included as unreleased material here are some outtakes and demos and some versions. Now, the albums that are included here is 33 and Third, George Harrison, Somewhere in England, Gone Trouble, Cloud 9, and Live in Japan, 2 CDs. Now, I thought this would complete the entire songs from that Dark Horse era, but no. You are all familiar with this release, right? The best of Dark Horse. And here are 3 previously unreleased songs. 2 songs are mentioned as unreleased, previously unreleased, and the last one, which is Cheer Down, is a soundtrack from the movie Little Weapon 2. So these 3 songs do not appear in this box. So in order to have the complete collection of later Harrison years, you need that box, you need that CD, and you need the Brainwashed album. Now, this box is still sealed, as you can see. And I do not know whether should I open it or not. Tell me what you think, because I have all the CDs separately on my shelf. It was so cheap that I just couldn't resist. And final item for today, something that I'm really proud of having. Just a second, I want to intrigue you. This is another Lennon autograph. But it's not John, it's Julian. I do have Julian Lennon's autograph. This was announced on his website, and I got the newsletter on my email that it says strictly limited, 1 item per person. And when I clicked to buy, there were 5 items left. When I bought it and when I finished my procedure of buying, it was already sold out. So I was lucky enough to buy this one. This is the DVD, which is called Through the Picture Window, Julian Lennon. This is kind of biographical thing, you know, and yeah, it has a booklet, digipack here, DVD inside with a lot of pictures, and front is signed by Julian Lennon himself. And that's the DVD that I keep separately, of course. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to show. I also have some pictures and postcards, but these are minor things that we all have and know, and you know, some things that are not worth mentioning. So, really happy to have this one, Julian Lennon autograph. And if you notice, his autograph is not similar to John's. Maybe just an L. Like Julian L might resemble John Lennon's autograph, but other than that, nothing. Okay? So, that's about it. Let me look around. Maybe I forgot anything? No, I didn't forget anything. By the way, always wanted to show you, this is the original key holder, Abbey Road one, from the Beatles coffee shop in St. John's Wood in London, which I bought on 19th of June 2004. In 3 days from today, it's gonna be 16 years. I have that key holder for 16 years in my collection. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope everybody feels safe. You know, let's hope Paul McCartney gets back touring, and let's hope we can buy another ticket, and let's hope I'm gonna get my money back, and let's hope that the Penny Lane in Liverpool will not be renamed. That would be a shame. If Penny Lane Lane is renamed because of that slave owner kind of thing, I think that Liverpool as a city will lose its charm. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. I don't know when it's gonna come out because I don't have anything to show you, and the press review videos of Magical Mystery Tour and White Album I intended to do, but you know, don't have time. I'm working like 9-10 hours a day, you know. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. See you in my next videos, and thank you for not forgetting my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.